Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Post Market Report sponsored by 5paisa.com and Delta.exchange. And today, anyway, the global cues were not really very good. Asian markets were muted, some markets were closed. But what happened here? Today it was RBI induced volatility. So, I don't know. Last time the RBI is given 1 year time and for Ahuja to find a successor, and within 6 months they change their mind, and overnight on Saturday, so they change the person. Okay, that is fine. But look at the media, and they come with all kinds of wrong information. And somebody said Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and Rakesh Damani buying a 10% stake, and they said that RBI has confirmed it. And I really don't know, when I go and see people don't even work on weekdays, and how come RBI is working on Sunday and then they are confirming to these news channels that yes, we received application from Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. And then later in the morning they said, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala denied the news. And then after some time, after RBL bank has fallen 20-25%, and RBI coming and clarifying that nothing wrong with the financials of the RBL bank. This is India, all these things can happen. So the morning they will say something and evening they will say opposite. You may remember what happened in the case of IRCTC. They say 50% revenue you have to share with the Ministry of Railway, and then the stock fell 25% and they reversed it immediately. So just imagine at a time when everybody was expecting lackluster trade due to less volume, and because it is the last week of the calendar year, and Nifty can fall 200-250 point and then can shoot up 300 point. And from yesterday's closing, I think it has fallen about 250 point, and then from intraday low it has shot up 350 point, taking the total swing to 600 points today. And look at the Bank Nifty. From Friday's close, it has fallen nearly 700 point, and then after that shooting up 1000 point. So 1700 point. So one day one of my friends came to my house and he asked me, sir, how come your house is so silent and your neighboring house is always violence? There's so much of noise, so much of commotion, but your house is so silent. So I was telling him, in my neighboring house, the husband and wife both are equally powerful. So they are fighting equally with equal power. That's why there is so much of noise, there is so much of commotion. But look at my house. So if my wife says anything, immediately I surrender. Right? Then where is the chance for a noise? If you don't believe me, you can come to my office, you can check my mobile phone. I stored my wife's name as Madam. So, once you surrender, there is no noise, there is no commotion, there is no violence, it's only silence. Well, that is a joke. And why our markets are so volatile, is just because FIIs and DIIs are equally powerful and taking opposite direction. So that is the reason. Anyway, FIIs have been keep selling. They have been selling for the last 36 trading sessions, and then we all know that they mostly sell the banking stocks, and then comes the news RBL bank. Right? Once the RBL bank comes, I don't know, somebody appear on channel, they say, Bajaj Finance is having a lot of stake in RBL bank. Then Bajaj Finance fell 300 point. And I really don't know how Bajaj Finance can have a stake in RBL bank. And then somebody said, IndusInd Bank is the next one. First it was Yes Bank, the second is RBL bank, next one is IndusInd Bank. Then IndusInd Bank fell 5%. So it was a very, very scary move in the morning. The market open, it can fall like that. SGX Nifty was not indicating anything that bad. SGX Nifty was only 40-50 point down. So we are yet to see the FII figures. So yeah, the FII figure has come as expected. FIIs have sold once again for more than 1000 crore, and today they have sold for 1038 crores. Last two trading sessions, Thursday and Friday, they sold less than 1000 crore, but now they restarted, and probably because of this RBL issue and other things. And however, domestic institutions, as I told you, just like my neighboring house, and equally fought and bought for 956 crores. So they have sold for 1038 crore, domestic institutions bought for 956 crores. So, you know, on a net basis, the net selling is only about 80 crore. But Bank Nifty can move 1800 points. Nifty can move 600 points. So, well, what to do? That is a market. You know, you can't do anything for this. And the intraday volatility is so high. And this market, you know, sometimes I feel like I should become an intraday trader. So, intraday traders only making money. Positional traders are finding it very difficult. So, well, as expected, IT stocks have done extremely well. And today, Tech Mahindra and Infosys hit fresh all-time high. And out of 10 IT index stocks, the 5 stocks are within 5% from their respective all-time high. And in fact, IT index is the one which has hugely outperformed in the last 1 year. And in fact, that was the reason why the Nifty is up so much in the last calendar year. Okay, I think last calendar year, I think it's more than 20% higher. I think the entire 20% has come from IT index only. So looking at the open interest, so there's a huge addition of open interest at 17,000. But I really don't know how many times I have to change my words. So because the markets are making very big moves and everyday things are changing dynamically. So on Friday only I told you 17,000 put option huge open interest, 17,200 call option has the huge open interest. And now there was an unwinding in 17,150 and 17,200 call options. And this shows that the people are scared that Nifty can even shoot beyond 17,200 in the next 3 days. And of course, it depends on many other factors, but looking at the FII selling, so I don't think that it's going to be a linear all the way. So there is going to be lots and lots of volatility. So there was an unwinding in 17,150 call, 17,200 call, and huge addition at 17,000 put option. So this shows that, you know, markets are looking slightly bullish despite huge selling by FII. And if you look at January series, because we have only 3 more days, if you look at the January series, once again 17,000 put option has the highest open interest. And surprisingly, the smart people are doing straddle at 17,500. The 17,500 straddle is trading around 700 rupees. So which means that the people who are creating this straddle, so they will be making profit as long as Nifty is trading between 16,800 to 18,200. So this is what many option writers are doing, but who knows? In the volatile market, so many times these option writers are wrong. So only thing is, if they know how to adjust, they'll be able to come out with minimum damage or with some minimum profit also. But I'm definitely expecting some huge move in the month of January. So first let us complete this calendar year first. So let us see what happens. So right now markets have turned slightly bullish. So 17,000 is the support. So hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching.